intention and everything. And the word presence, the way you can actually be present with flow, with ease, is understand that presence has essence. When you are not present, look at the word, you will resent. And when you have resentment, you enter into all this fear, dogma, all these things that are going to take you away from, instead of towards, into the now that you belong to, in and off, right? So
Yeah.
I love that. And then I love the stepping up yet stepping down and giving it to grace. Could you expand a little bit into this? Because I really feel that this, when I felt it, I felt a wave, a surfing wave into the future that will be like a healing balm from many people, because not many people know that they can step down.
It's the most heroic thing to
Yes.
walk away from the momentum of the societal pull towards or against anything. And we've been trained to be vehement, to latch onto and stand for something, or we mean nothing. This is not about some weak stance of being flopping in the wind and just flowing and going anywhere. This is about releasing ourselves from the pull of emotional intoxication, emotional evocation. And how do you do that? As you notice it arising in you, and there's an opposite. Of course, there's people who believe in the exact opposite of one other view. That's the only way that they beget each other. So
Yes.
who would you be if you saw both those opposites as part of a greater whole?
Wow. Yes. Oh, so refreshing to hear. And so, more than refreshing, as you said, I think we know. The leader in me knows, right? We were built for this era, and knowing is nowing, is being present, is taking action in the now, being in the arena. So it's so refreshing, the reminder and the call to action you are giving to us all. This is more than just sharing wisdom. This is a call to action for the togetherness, for the leadership, for the stepping down of all the distractions, stepping up into our leadership path, into our heart based, momentum. We're created for this. I am a believer that I was created for this. If not, how could I be here? So once you are vigilant with presence, with flow and ease, and you step up and step down, and I love that this is one of the most heroic things. It gave me even like some back to tears. I felt them coming. Is there any
Yeah.
other step that you
Yes.
feel? Yes.
First of all, I want to acknowledge it's heroic to step away
Yes.
from your family patterns and how they want you to
Amen.
live and be. It's heroic to step away from political patterns that you might have been brought up to be for or against, and to leave those particular associations,
Amen.
or a sports association. You come from a town and you're very out. I mean, these are things that are imprinted very early on and very deeply within us. And it's not that we have to let go of our loyalties. We have to, if we can just start to realize that, if we can at least aim to, how on a stereo there's bass, treble, and mid-range on some stereos. What if you turn if you turn the bass down, it changes. You're not getting that thump coming as strongly through the vibration. What if you turn
Exactly.
the dial down on importance around the things that you think are so important? And if we turn that dial down mentally, emotionally, psychologically, with our breath, we start to release and find a way to make it not so important as we thought it should be. And we
Yes.
start to let go of the attachment to the power and the rise we get from making things important and being
Yes.
entrenched. There's an artificial temporary power that can be intoxicating, that can
Yeah.
overtake our good judgment and well-being and equilibrium when that happens.
Yeah, that type of power is very highly seductive, but it gives immediate gratification but delayed sorrow. I always say that, and I love, what when we give importance, how I call it. It's like the Titanic effect. We give too much importance to ourselves, too much importance to our problems, too much importance to the darkness, and we build this, this pretending power that, what the Titanic claim, no one will ever sink this boat. Oh, as as the pendulum will have it, what swings to the left swings to the right. So I really treasure your wisdom and what you are giving to us, as your sharing and your experience is medicine for these times. And it's up to us to take it, to live it, to embody it, and to lead, as you said, so we don't deal with the conundrums of the times. So, Satyan, you have a couple of retreats going. I could talk to you for hours, and I've been trying to get to your Friday Wisdom Keepers gatherings, and at the same time, I have my mastermind and everything. So I'm focusing on changing all my schedule so I can be there, because this is a kind of a modern medicine circle that you've created. So share with us what are the how can people work with you, and we're going to put all the website, everything of Satyan, because this is someone that you not only want to meet, you want to work in and be involved in what the community of the Warriorsage community is doing. Is unbelievable. So what are a couple of opportunities for people to be able to work with you, with your beloved, for leadership? What is in the works that people can enjoy and be benefited by your work right now?
Well, thank you so much, Yvonne, for your graciousness. Well, you can find out about the body of work my wife Suzanne and I are involved with, and my wonderful team, and that's at warriorsage.com, warriorsage.com. And there's everything from complimentary full, 1 day trainings on abundance and power in relationships you can download. They're called relationship power and abundance activation kits. And we have a thriving community online, as well as a group of folks who study together, and it's all complimentary. Everyone is welcome to be part of that, as you wish to come and go as you're drawn and inspired, and are willing also to contribute. So that's at warriorsage.com. And Suzanne and I are holding some leadership retreats.
Yes.
And these are for business leaders, impact makers, folks who know that um, the inner leader within them is seeking a new level of depth and transcendence, awakening and empowerment. And you can find out about those particular retreats as well, um, online at warriorsage.com. And my wife and I are also going to be doing an online couples retreat for couples who wish to have some type of learning of sexual yoga and um, the ability to bring each other into
Mm,
sacred union. And we're doing it,
yes.
and that couples can do it at the comfort of their own home. So that's something that's just fresh and alive. So
Oh,
thank
and
you
I
so
want to say something about that, because I know you and Suzanne. You both have such, I call you both like lotus flowers that have come together into the same lotus pond, that it's incredible. Even for those of us who are not married, or, who are rebuilding relationships, like I divorced, but now, I'm beginning to date and all of that. Even for singles, I do want to tell them, I know this is for couples. If you have the opportunity to work with Suzanne and Satyan, and we're going to interview Suzanne too. I really recommend it. For me, they've been my kind of brilliant future focus on what is possible in love, because I'm such a heart center person. And the juiciness, the tantric energy. I know your teacher was David Data, which is like just next level of tantra plus your own teachings, right? It's just something we need. We need to heal relationships right now, to come together in every area, in sexuality, in education, in coupleship, in mentor apprenticeship. I think we require to restore that reverence for our mentors, and paying tribute for what is good, and core values. All of that is our job to restore that. It's our job to bring that more. So I highly recommend anyone, to get in touch with the work of Satya, to experience their work. It's just there's no way you won't transform. That's my living testimonial here. There is no way that you won't have your heart more open, your wisdom more clear, your actions more refined into a future that humanity needs, your community needs, and that your soul came to live and experience as the divine. Beloved Satyan, before we end, is there any blessing for the Spirituality Now podcast listeners that you would like to grace us before we go?
Well, first, I want to thank you for this wonderful sharing. My sister, I respect and value so much, and everyone behind the scenes here who's supportive, and everyone who's listening. What's in my heart to share with you is I am love, you are love, we are love, and we are free. And my invitation for all of us is to remember and to reclaim, to take ourselves bloodied, bruised up by life, broken, depressed, down, up, down, ecstatic, positive, happy, blah, bland, wherever we find ourselves day by day, to pick ourselves up right now from wherever we were, and to commit and to relax and to surrender to what really wants to live us, the life we really want to live, and settle for nothing less. And be gentle on ourselves on our path of releasing anything less than what our soul is calling to live fully. To the Great One.
Aho. Oh, aho. Thank you. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for gracing us with your precious sacred time. Thank you for existing right now in this sacred ground, as you named it, that we all are in right now. I hope that the blessings continue for you, Satyen, and the legacy that you are also actually living and living already. We are going to put the links of Satyen, everyone, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to let you get sink in and embody this blessing and this wisdom from a warrior sage that truly is here to serve the world. Thank you, Satyen. Thank you, community. Remember to, share the podcast, download, like, subscribe, share us. Remember, this is a philanthropic podcast. We keep it like this so we can keep the aspect of, freedom of choice and freedom of speech going. We love you and we will see you next time. Un beso. Adiós. Thank you for listening to the Spirituality Now podcast. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform and share us with a friend. To learn more about how to live more present in the moment and take your faith into action, visit delaflorteachings.com/faith to access the free training of 21 Days of Faith in Action today.